Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So originally I wasn't gonna post another video like this because this topic has been done to death on my channel already, but I posted about it in my Discord server and a lot of you really seemed to like the idea, so I was like, why the hell not? I might as well talk about it again. In situations like these, I never understood why people got mad at others saying if the roles were reversed, because in my opinion that absolutely matters and is very important when you're talking about topics such as sexual assault, relationships, abuse, etc. Don't get me wrong, sometimes saying if the roles were reversed can be in poor taste, but in situations like this it is absolutely necessary to consider. And I've even seen some people admitting in comments that they didn't think about how bad a ship would be if they didn't think about it being straight, which is just so fucking sad to me, by the way. Like, as a queer man, it really pisses me the fuck off how a lot of LGBTQ relationships seem to get away with things that straight relationships never could. Like, for example, Stolitz and HuskerDust, two of the most popular ships in the Helliverse, are incredibly problematic and nobody seems to care because they're not straight relationships. Stolitz is incredibly toxic and nothing anyone says will ever change my mind about it. Stolitz is an asshole. He basically forces Blitz into having sex with him if he wants to keep his business running, which is absolutely fucking disgusting.
I was thinking, what if we worked out some kind of exchange? Favors for favors. Doesn't that sound enticing?
You gotta stop using your fancy-ass rich people talk, okay? I'm trying to concentrate on not getting fucked in my A!
Then let me keep it simple. Once a month, on the full moon, you return the book to me, followed by a night of passionate fornication. And you get to keep it all the rest of the time, Sound fair, my little imp?
And yeah, Split stole the book in the first place, which was shitty, but Stolitz doing this doesn't make him any fucking better. This is disgusting and shallow. But no, it doesn't matter because they're both men. Also about Stolitz catcalling Blitz on stage during the Harvest Moon Festival. Him constantly making sexual and flirty remarks when Blitz is very clearly uncomfortable with them.
Why, hello, my big dick Blitzy. Especially that sexy little one there.
And this fucking scene in Truth Seekers that I've never seen anyone call out, and it still pisses me off to this day, where Stolas saves IMP, which, yeah, you know, pretty nice thing to do, but the first fucking thing he says is,
"Am I going to get any thank you for the rescue, Blitzy?"
I've said it before and I'll say it again, the point of a fucking favor is to do something nice for someone without expecting anything in return. If you only do something nice for someone because you want something in return, you're a fucking asshole, plain and simple. Yeah, now let's reverse the roles. Imagine if Stolas was a straight man and Blitz was a woman. This would be a straight man manipulating a woman into fucking him if she wants to keep her business running. This would be a straight man catcalling a woman on stage when she's very obviously uncomfortable with it. This would be a straight man constantly making disgusting remarks about a woman's body and making her believe that that's all she's worth for. Do you see the fucking issue here? I genuinely do not understand how people ship these two. This relationship is absolutely fucking disgusting. And that isn't to say that Blitz is completely blameless in this relationship, but in my opinion, Stolas has done far worse to him. Like, yeah, okay, let's think about the worst thing that Blitz has done in this relationship. Yes, he only had sex with Stolas in order to get the grimoire, but at the same time, Stolas was the one who literally fucking initiated it. Blitz did not go into Stolas' room thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy to get his book. Stolas was the one who started talking about sex, and that's when Blitz realized, oh shit, yo, this guy is flirting with me, I'm gonna flirt back to get what I want. And I'm not saying that that makes it okay. I'm saying that Blitz didn't have any negative intentions. It wasn't his intention to fuck Stolas just for the book. If Stolas had kept his fucking mouth shut, this wouldn't have happened. Another kind of shitty thing Blitz did to Stolas was using him to get into Ozzy's just so he could spy on Eminem, which yeah, was definitely shitty, but again, Blitz didn't think that Stolas actually gave a fuck about him, which is fair because all Stolas talks about is sex, so Blitz didn't think that Stolas would be hurt by it since he didn't believe that Stolas actually cared about him. And me saying all that isn't defending what Blitz did, by the way, this still was pretty shitty, but I'm sorry, using somebody to get into a club doesn't compare to catcalling them on stage, calling them disgusting names, making them feel like all you want them for is sex and their body, and manipulating someone into fucking you if they want to keep their business running. May I remind you that the conversation that Stolas has with Blitz about favors for favors happens in the very first fucking episode, not counting the pilot. Blitz literally tells Stolas, yo, this is a bad time, and Stolas continues to talk. Yeah, because apparently your sexual desires matter more than somebody who told you that this is a bad time and they can't talk right now. Somebody you claim to care so much about, by the way. Again, imagine if Stolas was a straight man and Blitz was a woman. Can you fucking imagine the outrage that there would be for a straight man to be talking about favors for favors fuckers and using a woman for her fucking body. Like, the fact that people don't understand how fucking disgusting this relationship is without turning it into a straight relationship genuinely pisses me off. I'm tired of people fetishizing and infantilizing gay relationships and acting like they can't do anything wrong. A man fetishizing other men and making disgusting remarks towards men is just as disgusting as a man doing it to a woman. You know what really sucks is the fact that if Stolas is written to be unlikable and hated, then I would say that this is good writing, but it's obvious that isn't the case. Stolas is proof that bottoms can be manipulative and controlling as well. If anything, at least in my experiences, I've noticed that a lot of people who claim to be so submissive actually end up being the most controlling motherfuckers on the planet. Like, you know, Stolas basically coercing Blitz into fucking him and being like, I'll let you keep your business running, but you have to do all this weird shit for me. I feel like people don't understand the fact that both parties' comfortability matters. Yeah, fun fact, a dom can be uncomfortable doing shit too. A safe word is supposed to be used for both parties. Yes, both the top and the bottom. It's not just a dom who can manipulate somebody into doing something that they don't want to do. A dom is allowed to be uncomfortable with your weird kinks and fetishes. Not everybody is gonna want to choke you and whisper dirty shit in your ear. I don't think people understand that a bottom can manipulate and pressure someone into doing something that they're not comfortable with just as much as a top can. Notice how during the phone call scene in Murder Family, Stolas never stops once to even ask Blitz if he's even okay with this transaction. Yeah, cause fuck the top's feelings, only the bottom's feelings matter. And yeah, I'm gonna do the role reversal shit again. If Blitz was a woman and Stolas was a straight man, even though Blitz would still be the top, so many people would call out Stolas for being a manipulative, selfish asshole who doesn't care about anyone's comfortability as long as his gross, horny little desires are fulfilled. Abuse, coercion, assault, etc. is just as problematic when it happens in a gay relationship as it is when it happens in a straight relationship. You may think that you're being supportive of LGBTQ people by supporting LGBTQ ships like this, but in reality, you're actually just infantilizing LGBTQ people and ignoring the abuse that happens between LGBTQ characters just because they're not straight. I'm a man who's in the LGBTQ community, as I've said before, and I just want to be treated like a normal fucking human being. I don't want you to brush off blatant harassment as an ooh gay thing, but then get mad when it's a man doing it to a woman. Okay, I kind of went on a little rant there, so now we're just gonna move on to HuskerDust. I swear to God, I have talked about this motherfucker and the ship HuskerDust so many times on this channel already, so I'm not going into detail. If you've seen Hazbin Hotel, you know what I'm talking about. Angel has seen violating Husk's boundaries several times throughout the show and never apologizing for it, even though Husk is very obviously uncomfortable with it, and then plays the fucking victim card when Husk actually tries to help him.
You think after how you treated me, I'm gonna open up to you? Please.
What the fuck are you talking about after everything you did to me? What about everything you did to him? So does the sexual harassment, you treating him like he's nothing more than a sex doll, making him uncomfortable, violating his boundaries, making fun of him, treating him like shit, and mocking him despite you not knowing his life experiences.
Oh, I forgot. You're the wise old bartender who's seen it all. Get the fuck over yourself and pour me a real drink.
That doesn't matter, because you've been through worse, right? Also, before this scene, when they're fighting inside the hotel, Angel says to Husk,
You would be fucking lucky to get a chance to fuck me. You know how much I'm worth? You know how many people would kill to have Angel Dust come on to them?
Can you fucking imagine if this was a straight man sexually harassing a woman and then telling her, oh, you should be lucky? Like, are you fucking serious? Now do you see why this shit pisses me off so much? Like, Angel is getting away with this disgusting and entitled behavior because he's harassing a man. And I really don't give a shit that Angel is apparently hypersexual. That doesn't give you a right to treat people like fucking sex dolls.
Angel's hypersexual. He can't control himself.
Pisses me off so much. Like, are you fucking serious? Yeah, that defense will hold up in court. Officer, it wasn't my fault. I'm hypersexual. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Alright, sir. You're free to go. So for everyone who makes the excuse that because Angel is hypersexual, it means he can't help himself and should be let off the hook, what if Val was hypersexual? What if Val, quote-unquote, can't control himself either? Would you then say it's okay for Val to do what he does to Angel because of that? Yeah, obviously I know that sexual harassment and are obviously two very different things. I'm not saying that what Angel does to Husk is the equivalent of what Val does to Angel. Of course not at all. But just because what Val has done to Angel is quote-unquote worse than what Angel is doing to Husk, that doesn't mean what Angel is doing to Husk is automatically okay just because it's quote-unquote not as bad. One of Angel's conflicts in the show is the fact that he feels like his body is all he's worth for, and so that is why he's apparently so openly flirty with everyone, because he feels like people only want him for his body. By doing that, you are going out of your way to make other people uncomfortable just to make yourself feel better. People treating Angel like a sex toy makes him feel like all anyone can want him for is sex, right? So why the fuck is he doing it to Husk? Does he want Husk to feel the same way that he does? I really don't care if this is apparently a coping mechanism. Not all coping mechanisms are healthy or valid. I'm in my senior year of high school right now and I faced really bad bullying last year. Would that make it okay for me to go out of my way and harass innocent kids and pin them up against lockers and throw them against a wall? Just because I myself was bullied in the past? I've also experienced sexual harassment. Would that make it okay for me to go out of my way and violate other people's boundaries to make myself feel better? Would I automatically get a pass for it because I quote-unquote have trauma? Yeah, just because you have trauma, that doesn't give you a right to be a fucking asshole, and that doesn't mean you can get away with it just because your life is hard. It's just so fucking sad to me how people brush this kind of disgusting behavior aside in LGBTQ relationships just because they're, well, LGBTQ, when you know damn well if this happened in a straight relationship, people would call it toxic. HuskerDust shippers could be mad at me for saying this, but Angel does not fucking deserve Husk after everything that he did to him. Angel has been through horrible things at the hands of Valentino, and that is very sad, but that doesn't give him a right to violate Husk's boundaries just because of the trauma that he's been through. I don't like how the show Hazbin Hotel basically brushed everything that Husk went through aside because the person who did all of this to him has his own trauma. Having Husk forgive Angel so easily and not call him out enough, in my opinion, is basically just saying, oh yeah, well what Angel is doing is fine because he has trauma. Fuck how Husk feels. In my personal opinion, Angel really needs a friend more than a boyfriend right now. You might argue that I'm being too harsh, but I'm sorry, it's not fair to Husk for his feelings to basically just be pushed aside because the guy that's been sexually harassing him has his own trauma. Yeah, everybody has been through shitty things in their lives. Are you saying it's automatically justified for those people to go out and do shitty things to make up for their quote-unquote tragic past? Because by giving Angel this past, you are basically implying that every victim of sexual assault is allowed to go out and sexually harass other people just to make themselves feel better? Would you be saying that if a straight male was unfortunately an SA victim and became hypersexual and started harassing women? Would you defend a straight man doing this to a woman because he's hypersexual too? I hate how people think that because you're gay it automatically means that you can get away with whatever you want. Making people of the same gender as you uncomfortable is just as bad as making people of the opposite gender of you uncomfortable. You don't get a special privilege because you're gay and have a tragic past. Because if you did, you would need to make this argument for everyone. Which means, yeah, oh no, then you would also have to say that men going out and sexually harassing women is a-okay if they have sexual trauma themselves. These double standards just really aggravate me. I just hate the fact that disgusting actions such as sexual assault and coercion are seen as cute when it happens between two people of the same gender, but it's disgusting and immoral when it's a man doing it to a woman. I'm not saying all this to be an asshole. I'm not saying this because I don't care about Angel and I hate him and want him to suffer. I'm not saying this because I hate Stolitz and what, Actually, that's not true. But as for Angel, let me just say, I don't hate Angel, but I do hate what he's done. I hate the way that he gets a special pass from the fandom because he's not a straight man. I hate the fact that people basically throw Husk's feelings under the bus because the person who assaulted him was also a man. I'm telling you right now, every avid HuskerDust shipper would not be shipping these two if Husk was a woman. Sorry, I know this video was a little bit darker. I just kind of wanted to vent out my frustrations. Sorry if I came off as a little bit belligerent in this video. I just have very strong opinions regarding these topics. I just hate when people see someone treat their partner like shit in an LGBTQ relationship and automatically make every excuse in their head to try and justify this behavior because the relationship is gay. But then when it's a straight man doing it to women, it automatically has no justification. Toxic behavior is toxic. It doesn't matter the gender or the perpetrator or what they have been through. As somebody who has experienced harassment at the hands of another man and is in the LGBTQ community, I am so tired of seeing my community get passes for something such as assault or coercion and knowing that those same people would not be defending it if it was a straight man doing it to a woman. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope everybody had a good Halloween and I hope to see you in my next video.